Can I still have a Scrum Master job even without any practical experience? Hello, welcome to the Safe Chat Room, and thank you for always tuning in. Thank you just for posting this question about previous experience and having your first Scrum Master role. It is very important, and we are going to go ahead and dive straight to the question. But before we go ahead, if you have not subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button and also like and share if this is beneficial for you. And most importantly, if you have a question that's kind of bothering you within Scrum Masters and questions you have come across in the interview, you can leave them in the comment box and I will be able to take out some time and respond to that question. Now, the question for today is, can I still have my first Scrum Master role even without experience? And just she's been certified as PSM for over 1 year now, and she's been in a job field. It's been a difficult task to get a job. Now, the certain things you want to consider. The answer is yes, and the answer is no. Now, I'm going to talk about the yes part. I'm going to talk about the no part. Now, the first thing you want to consider about Scrum Master is it's a leadership position, right? It's not just something like you can start as a beginner or so. So yes, you can still land your first Scrum Master job without real experience if you can show enough leadership experience prior to shifting into that. So based on your previous leadership experience, you can be absorbed into the job market. Now, so for those who are into your first time into Scrum Masters and they want to get on the job without an experience, my advice is that if you can showcase how you transition from your previous role into a Scrum Master and show how the value you're bringing into the space is very, very important. Now, my advice for certain such people is that now most often for you to catch the attention of the recruiter, they use what they call the application tracking system. You need to be able to use keyword in your interview that you can be pulled up. Now, for some recruiters, they look beyond just the years or number of years you have as working experience. They go detailedly and look at what's your previous experience, what's your previous industry, and they can take their judgment from that. And also, the other side, which is a no, is the fact that, okay, if you don't have any previous leadership experience, then no one will be willing to risk maybe their resources on you. Remember, as a Scrum Master, you're working with a team of experts, which are all developers. And that's why one of the values of Scrum is courage, right? You're working with people that are going to intimidate you to take more. So you need to be able to have that capacity to defend your team. So if you're working with a team of experts and you are not also demonstrating that leadership capability, then it's a high risk that no one will want to bring you into the space. So if it's your first time, one of the stuff I recommend a lot of people to do is that now you can be able to get into what I call like an internship position, right? Now, for one of my student, I kind of mentor for more than a year, and she was able to transition. It was not in the Scrum Master, was in data science. Now, what we did is that, okay, you can look for someone who is a practicing Scrum Master and then offer to shadow them. So now you can offer to shadow them maybe for like a year, and you can be able to put that as a working experience for about a year. Let's say, for instance, you come to me and say, okay, I'm just new to Scrum Master. I really want to get into this field. I don't have any working experience and I'm willing to learn. All right. Now you can be able to shadow me, and I can be able to let you watch as I do some of my meetings. I can be able to train you and show you how to work that. And if I can confidently prove that you can defend that title, I can be able to say, okay, you work with my company, Radar Education, for a year as a Scrum Master, right? Why do I have that? I'm an expert, and a consultant, and I have the right to, and I have a company, not just have the right, I have a company that I am training people on it. So I can be able to defend, if they call me, I can be able to defend that, okay, you have been working with me on this project for this number of years, and I can help you kind of move on. So a Scrum Master, it's not just about the job, it's about you also planning out your career and looking at how you can be able to navigate. It's a position which it comes with a lot of compensation, it comes with a high salary. So I think so many people are kind of maybe rushing to get in, and when they don't get in, they bounce out. It's something you need to plan your career. You need to look at how you can grow into it. Even if it's taking you a year and a half to be able to land that position, it is worth it. Imagine you spend about 3 years getting a bachelor, and at the end of the day it's just a bachelor, right? If you could spend also that time building your Scrum Master career and landing a job, it is worth it. But you don't really have to do that. There are ways in which you can be able to convert some of your previous leadership experience into a Scrum experience, and you can be able to defend that, right? So for instance, for people that have worked in an agile environment before and they've been able to handle leadership roles and more like a flexible environment, agile doesn't simply mean you are working as a Scrum Master. It simply means that you're working in a flexible environment. Now, what I advise them to do is that you can say, oh, you were supporting in the transformation of your company into a business agility environment or into an agile space, and you can be able to document what activities within your company were really closely related to agile transitioning, and you can be able to see that you're able to tap in about maybe a good number of working experience just from what you've been spending within your company. And then within the interview, how you defend that is that, okay, you got maybe interested, maybe a Scrum Master in 2018 within your company, and you started learning, and since you were in the leadership role, you started implementing some of these practices while you were working towards your certification, and now you're now certified and you feel like you're really strong enough to take out a full Scrum Master role. Now you move from maybe a leadership position with agile experience into a full leadership role. That is very possible, but you need to be able to know how to transition this. So I run interview masterminds with a lot of people I'm mentoring, not just to pass the interview, but to be able to handle real life situation, to be able to build and understand a career, and to be able to go beyond a Scrum Master. A Scrum Master job, it doesn't just end with a Scrum Master. There are a lot of benefit in there. You can get to a consultant, you can work at the portfolio level with the government, with a lot of people out there. You can work as an agile coach. So I think it's something that if you're really interested and I feel like you have those leadership capability, you should not give up. Try to focus on it. We can be it together. And if you need more help, if this is useful, you can share it with someone. If you need more help, I'm gonna leave my number. You can send me a text. Don't call, please. Definitely, most often I'll be on meetings almost all days. Just send me a text and we'll text back and find a good time to talk. Or you drop me an email below, and then from there we can take it from there. All right. If you have your question, drop them down and we're gonna answer them in the next video. Do have a great week, and I'll see you around.